The following program is brought to you in living color on MBC.
Captain's log, stardate 6031.2. We are in standard orbit above the neutral planetoid Babel, awaiting the beaming aboard of Federation ambassadors who have been attending a crucial economic conference. One ambassador, however, prefers an older form of transport.
You must think I'm hopelessly old-fashioned.
Ma'am?
Well, to prefer traveling in the shuttle, rather than having my atoms shooting through space. I always found that a very unsettling concept.
Our ship's doctor agrees with you.
He's a sensible man. You know, you remind me so much of someone I knew a long time ago.
Would that be because I resemble my grandfather? Dmitry Chekhov. He was the Federation ambassador from Russia.
You mean from Earth? Of course. I knew him as ambassador when I first went into service for Obsidian. I liked him very much.
He liked you. He told me so many times.
Did he? Many times?
Yes, ma'am. What the hell?
Oh my.
Yes, ma'am.
What are you doing?
Buying time. That debris field might camouflage our image. You won't know what to target.
Target?
His disruptors are armed.
Space. The final frontier. These are the new voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Hold on. I'm going to try something.
Klingon vessel. Stand down or be fired upon.
That was exciting.
Sorry. I hadn't planned on any entertainment.
Captain, the Klingon is signaling us. He identifies himself as a Dark Destroyer.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Aye, sir.
Well. Lost a little something, have you, Kirk?
Our sensors had the shuttle at all times, but it's thoughtful of you to enter neutral space to see about it. Now get gone.
Ah, but it is neutral space. You have no authority to order me out. I just came by to offer a friendly greeting. Get in a little target practice.
If you were friendly, you wouldn't have come in cloaked.
We have been visiting quite a few of your Federation planets lately. The ones that have failed and been abandoned. They make very nice and easy additions to the Klingon Empire.
Karg, get out of here before I run you out under escort. Mr. DeSalle, phasers?
Hot and locked on the Klingon.
You hear that, Captain?
I am sure we will see you again, Kirk, as our Empire expands.
I think a welcoming committee for Ambassador Morgan and Mr. Chekhov is in order. Mr. Spock, Bones, you're with me. Scotty, you have the con.
Aye, sir.
Hangar deck secured. Hangar deck pressurizing.
That was really quite a ride.
Permission to come aboard.
Granted, sir.
You know, you did a wonderful job.
Thank you. This way, Ambassador.
That was a nice piece of flying, Mr. Chekhov.
Thank you, sir.
Captain James T. Kirk, Ambassador. Welcome aboard the Enterprise.
Thank you, Captain.
I have to apologize for that little Klingon incident.
My pilot was very skillful. However, I may have to consider the transporter next time.
Allow me to introduce you to my first officer, Mr. Spock,
Mr. Spock?
my chief medical officer, Dr. Leonard McCoy.
Ambassador, if you were injured or shaken up in the shuttle, I'd be
Oh,
happy.
not at all, Dr. McCoy. I'm fine. However, I would appreciate some rest in my quarters.
Well, permit us to escort you to your quarters, Ambassador. Mr. Chekhov, take the ship out of orbit and set a course straight for Earth.
See you later, Pavel.
Lady Reina.
Let's go, Pavel.
I was never that young.
I trust the council sessions went well.
Not at all, Captain. I'm afraid we didn't accomplish a thing. The Federation credit system is collapsing on planet after planet.
Credits aren't worth the same from one planet to the next.
Resupplying consumables in certain sections of the quadrant has become difficult where the value of the credit has been devalued.
Yes, but it's more than that. The planets with viable economies can hold their own, but others less fortunate are falling into economic ruin and will soon be abandoned.
How well we know that. The Enterprise has assisted in the evacuation and relocation of 2 Federation colonies so far.
The Council debated for over 3 months and came up with no solutions, and we won't meet again for another 6 months. I am not hopeful.
Our Klingon visitor pointed out abandoned planets are ripe for the plucking.
Yes, by the Klingons or the Romulans. So, we have economic chaos, failing worlds. We must find a solution. Otherwise, I'm afraid the Federation will not exist much longer.
Mr. Sulu, you are relieved.
Take good care of her tonight, Vincent.
Not a bad piece of flying out there, Chekhov.
Thank you.
Consider you're not rated for helm as well as navigation?
Well, it doesn't matter in the shuttle, as I demonstrated.
Still, a double bridge qualification means more when promotions come up.
So, what's your phaser firing rank?
85.
97.
Have fun at dinner.
Dinner?
With Ambassador Reyna.
Oh, really?
It's just dinner.
Captain, I'm picking up a blip. It's pacing us.
Can you make it out?
Could be a ship. It's just on the edge of our long-range sensors. All I got was a flash. Solid, but unidentifiable.
I want the sensors set for a constant sweep around the ship. I want a 24-hour surveillance. If there's something out there, I want to know what it is.
He told me all the old Russian folktales when I was a boy. But he set them in outer space.
On alien planets, of course.
Of course. I wanted to visit them all, so I became a navigator. Very simple.
Dmitri was such an inspiring man, wasn't he? Do you know that he told me when I was just 22 that I could be the Obsidian System ambassador? He was always so positive. He said he saw in me all the possibilities even then.
He was right. He told me all about you, you know.
Yes, many times you said.
I think he was just a little bit in love.
Was he?
Yes.
You know, this is much too complicated a subject to be discussing at such a late hour. Perhaps we could do it on another occasion.
Tomorrow. Dinner?
Done.
Slumming lad. Not like you to come down here for a visit.
The navigation system showing a slight deviation off prime. It's only 1/10 of a degree, but it's increased since I noticed it last shift.
Took a look at it, but I'll have to wait a bit. We're having a wee bit of a problem with the manifold pressure here.
Mr. Scott! Well?
I don't see how you could have been shielded from that radiation burst, but there doesn't seem to be any damage.
Then I can return to duty.
Take this shift off. Go back to your quarters and relax.
Doctor, I feel fine.
Hey, doctor's orders. And if you decide to disobey, remember, I can pull you in here for a complete 2-day medical exam with probes, just because.
I think I'll go back to my quarters. And relax.
Status, Mr. Scott.
Do you want the full report or the summary?
The summary will do.
All right, then. We've got 1 warp engine, 1 impulse engine. Full warp will be impossible, and maneuvering will be clumsy. But we're working around the clock to get us back online.
How long?
As soon as humanly possible, so the best we can do.
McCoy to bridge.
Kirk here, what is it, Bones?
Captain, report to sickbay as soon as possible.
Can it wait?
Now, Jim.
All right, Doctor, I'm on my way. Mr. Spock, you have the bridge. Stay on it, Mr. Scott.
This is my intention, sir.
shouldn't be. I mean, he was perfectly fine on the last scan, yesterday.
Did you miss anything? Well, then why is this happening?
History. On Gamma Hydra 4, he was exposed just as we were to the aging disease. Now, back then, a burst of adrenaline allowed him to escape the full effect, but obviously his body's been harboring the disease all this time.
And?
He suffered a massive radiation dose. It unleashed the disease, and now the Hyralon therapy isn't working.
Prognosis, Doctor.
He's aged 25 years in one day.
Bones, what can you do?
Nothing, Jim. I can't stop him.
No. This has to be reversible. The ship's computers can access all the medical knowledge the Federation has.
I'll do my best, Pavel. Count on it.
That's not good enough. You have to find a cure. There has to be one.
If there isn't...
You always have an answer.
Lieutenant, no one's giving up. But maybe you'd better put a few things in order. Just in case.
I don't have to. I'll report to my station now.
Mr. Chekhov, in your condition, I think it's best that you remain here in sickbay. Unless Dr. McCoy thinks it's all right, you may return to your quarters.
But I feel fine.
Captain. Picking up that anomaly again. Stronger now. I'm definitely reading it as another ship.
Spock, configuration.
I cannot make it out, sir. It remains on the extreme edge of our sensor perception. Or it could be taunting us by cloaking and uncloaking.
Klingon? Romulan?
Either is possible.
Lieutenant Uhura, hail that ship.
Aye, sir. Federation starship USS Enterprise to unidentified vessel. State your planet of origin and purpose in this quadrant. No response, sir.
Open the channel, Lieutenant.
Aye, sir.
Karg, if that's you, no more games. As of right now, my phasers are armed, and they're going to stay hot. Close channel, Lieutenant.
Aye, sir.
Mr. Spock, this ship is on yellow alert. All ship's eyes and ears are to remain on that intruder. I want to know their every move.
If he's cloaked, sir.
Then he has to uncloak to fire his disruptors. Full yellow alert, Mr. Spock, until and unless I order a stand-down.
Understood, Captain.
I'm young. Damn it, I'm young. And this can't happen. Why me? I didn't do anything. I was just there. Everyone else was cured. Why am I the only one that wasn't? I didn't do anything! Who's there?
Lady Reyna, may I come in?
A moment. Please. Come.
Pavel. I'm so sorry.
Funny. I didn't hear an announcement on the ship's intercom.
Well, you know how it is. You tell one person in strictest confidence and...
It's all over the ship in an hour. It's only a rumor.
Yes, but Pavel, surely...
Dr. McCoy is searching the medical files right now. He always has an answer.
Yes, I'm sure he'll find a cure for you.
Yes.
Give me the Tellarite information.
Their physiology is only remotely like a human's.
Get it anyway.
Of course.
Forward scanner to bridge. Green.
Lower level engineering decks, please report to the bridge immediately.
So how are we doing?
We're making progress. Give me another hour, and I'll have the second warp engine online.
Thanks, Scotty.
Sir, the unidentified vessel is moving in our direction. Bearing 230 Mark V. Picking up speed.
It's gone. Cloaked.
Trajectory.
Angle on our starboard bow.
Vessel uncloaking. 200,000 kilometers and closing fast. It's Klingon.
Disruptor ports are open.
Red alert, now.
Red alert. All hands man your battle stations. This is not a drill. I repeat, all hands man your battle stations. This is not a drill.
Where are you going?
To my station.
You can't.
I'm the best weapons officer the captain has.
Pavel, did he call you?
Deflectors.
Shields officer, we have full power on deflectors and phasers.
Scotty, when can I have power to maneuver?
Captain, I can give you phasers and shields or maneuvering power, but I cannot give you both.
The best you can, as soon as you can.
Right, sir. I better get down there.
Phasers targeted, ready to fire. He's coming around, sir.
Fire.
Damage to port sections 5 and 6. Isolating that section now.
Helm is sluggish, sir. Power down 30%. 40.
Centel, report.
Diverting power to maneuvering.
Uhura, shut off that noise. Mr. Spock, monitor the reports and give me a summary of the damage.
Sal, do we still have shields and phasers?
Shields at 20%. Phasers are down. We have full photon torpedo capacity.
Then let's give him a jolt.
Yes, sir.
Damn.
Full spread, sir? If he didn't deviate from his original course.
No, Mr. DeSalle. We might need them later, and we've got a ship to save. Mr. Spock.
Phaser and shield power is compromised, but we still have power to maneuver slowly. 4 quarters decks and 1 engineering level are damaged. We have lost crew. Personnel is checking the roster now. Sickbay is flooded with injured.
And Mr. Scott?
He begs to inform you he generally only performs miracles on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Today is Monday.
Very well. Carry on then.
Deck 6 forward bulkheads totally blown. Engineering level 3. Extensive damage to decking and overheads. 4 water recyclers are non-functional.
All crew must report status to
We have no access to
receiving no reports from
Airstrip
Station headset. Prepare for all weapons personnel and security schedule. This is Bridge Agent Prepare for lead.
Thank you, Miss Okuda. Does anybody have any good news?
There's a wee tad, sir. we have all our engines back. On the other hand, 2 of our generators were damaged by the hit on engineering level 3. If we go to warp, I don't have enough power for the phasers and shields. If we stay here, I can give you those.
So we can run, or we can stand here and fight.
That's about it, sir. We're working on it.
Lieutenant Uhura, send a subspace mayday to all Federation starships in range. We've been attacked by a Klingon vessel without provocation. We're able to move, but we don't have adequate defenses. The Federation ambassadors on board are at high risk, and we can't protect them if we're attacked again. Captain's log supplemental. I've decided to wait at the site of the attack, hoping my call for help will bring us an escort of Federation vessels. Thus far, no response.
Pavel. Why are you wasting your time sleeping?
What the hell?
What indeed?
I'm still asleep. I have to be.
You're not.
You're not an hallucination?
Not to you. But anyone else looked in here, you would be talking to yourself.
I have to see Dr. McCoy.
He will only tell you what you already know.
What? That I'm losing my mind?
Are you? What do you see when you look at me?
Myself. The way I should be.
I see the way I will be. Would be. If I was given the time.
Let me tell you something. That Mira is not our friend.
We could cover it up.
Wouldn't change the truth of the matter.
Are we going to admit what that is?
Yes. We were young 2 days ago. Now look at us.
Grandfather's hands look like that.
You know what I think? I'm dying. And you're here. And this is starting to get very Russian.
Any response, Lieutenant?
No, sir.
Keep sending the mayday.
Aye, sir.
Do you remember?
Everything.
Tribbles. Billy Claiborne.
I made a hell of an outlaw.
They killed us then.
It was an illusion. If you don't believe, it is not real.
This is real.
Yes. Gamma Trianguli 6.
Yeoman Martha Landon.
She was beautiful. We were in love. A planet where there was no disease and no one ever grew old.
The feeders of Val.
Captives to a machine god. Would you settle now for such a life?
I don't know.
You wouldn't. I wouldn't. Harry Mudd.
And all his beautiful, ageless
androids.
Captain, I've got another blip. Unidentified vessel closing on us fast.
Uncloaked Klingon vessel. Not the same one that attacked us.
Message coming in, Captain. It's from the Klingon.
On screen.
Greetings, Captain Kirk. We intercepted your distress call.
Come to gloat?
In fact, we came to help.
Really? Then I've got a great deal for you on some waterfront property in Riverside, Iowa.
I do not understand the reference.
Just what do you want, Karg?
On my honor, Kirk, the ship that attacked you was not Klingon.
Are you telling me that we didn't see the vessel that uncloaked and fired upon us? I can have the visual record played back for you. Lieutenant Uhura.
Have you ever seen a magician's trick, Kirk? The success of the trick lies in your seeing what he wants you to see.
And your point is?
Kirk, I know where my sister ships are. On my honor, the vessel that attacked you was not Klingon.
Based on past history, I can't accept that.
Sir, Captain Karg has twice said, on his honor, the attack vessel was not one of theirs. To Klingons, honor is everything, more important than their very lives.
He harried the shuttle at Babel.
A different time, a different exercise. I believe he means exactly as he says. It was not a Klingon that attacked us.
What are you suggesting, Karg?
I have a proposition for you.
Then let's hear it.
I am willing to transport aboard your ship, Captain. We should conduct our business face to face.
All right, then. Prepare to beam aboard.
I look forward to meeting you.
Lieutenant Uhura, have security escort Mr. Karg to the briefing room and ask Mr. Scott to join us. Spock, you're with me. DeSalle, you have the comm.
Growing up, this is all that I wanted. To be an officer on a starship.
But once I did that...
It wasn't enough just to have my commission and this berth. I had to be the best navigator, the best weapons officer. Not just the best on the ship, the best in the fleet.
We did devote a lot of time to duty.
That was before. I had years to spend. And now this thief of time in my body has taken them. I've lost all the things I could have had. Opportunity, love, joy, life. I'm 25 years old. I'm not just going to die. I didn't get to live.
We both had the same dreams.
Why are you here?
Suppose I want to know. If this is all there is, was it worth it?
That's one of those questions, isn't it? Was I a good person? Did I make a difference anywhere? Was I worth the time I spent here?
I'd like to say yes.
So would I. But can I?
You saved Scott's life.
Reflexes.
No. You had a choice. You could have gotten out of the way and saved yourself.
Maybe.
Would you have done anything else?
If I knew the cost, I honestly don't know.
And what's left? We don't have much time.
I should be on that bridge. That Klingon is still out there, and I'm the best weapons officer the captain has.
Best in the fleet. Why not report in?
I can't. Dr. McCoy won't clear me for duty.
But he will.
Yes. He has to.
Welcome aboard.
Odd situation we are in, isn't it, Kirk?
And if we're going to make the most of this, we'd better get started. Please.
Anything can be resolved.
After a hot glass of tea. Grandfather's motto. But not this.
No. Curative properties, good for the soul. Can't cure this problem.
Do you remember?
Everything.
I was thinking of Apollo.
Tried to make us worship him, obey him, overstepped his bounds there. The arrogance.
Well, he'd been a god.
Have you noticed that never works?
I did. I wonder why.
Because humans have this stubborn streak in them. You try to tame them, bend them. They rebel.
Why aren't we rebelling against this thing?
You go into service. You know you could die. You hope you won't. But you know you can. If you're lucky, you'll live past your service years. Take your pension and go live on a nice blue and white planet in sunshine and joy.
And?
Not and. Or. You die young, and one hopes heroically. But this...
No heroics, no glory, no sunshine and joy.
But we've done a thing or two, haven't we? Are you ashamed of our record? Of how we served?
No. We did our best.
Yes. Damn right.
Should we regret?
Not one thing. Ever.
Can you prove no Klingon was responsible for this attack?
How? Shall I contact our sister ships and interrogate the captains? And if I did, would you believe them?
No. We have to trust your honor, Karg.
Why attack the Enterprise so deep in Federation space?
Why attack your ship at all?
Because you're not above causing chaos where you can, laddie.
Captain Kirk, you understand, we have ears on Babel. We are well aware the economic conference was useless. Threatening the Federation ambassadors aboard is a waste of effort. They are only going home to report defeat. Failing fringe planets will be abandoned and can be taken over by our invasion troops if we want them. The only reason to attack you is to place blame on the Klingon Empire.
And who would want to do that?
The Romulan Star Empire.
Possible, Captain. They are occasionally Klingon allies, though they do not have the same goals.
You would know, of course.
Projections based on past history and societal ambitions are quite logical.
Or it could be someone else.
Which is why I'm offering our assistance.
Cut them loose, Captain. Why would this Sassenach want to help us?
Because whoever it is an enemy to us both.
You're on, Captain. Let's do this. Together.
Captain's log supplemental. The Enterprise faces the possibility of another attack. This time, however, we have an unlikely ally.
On screen, Mr. Spock. This is the ship that attacked us.
It is a perfect replica.
Replica?
Since it could not have been one of our ships, it must be a replica.
The name, the symbols on the ship.
Danger Stalker, and an identifying vessel number. Before you ask, there is no such ship in our fleet.
But if the Klingons can prove it's not theirs...
Marauder does not intend for that to happen, Commander Scott. They can destroy us and leave enough evidence the Klingons perpetrated the attack. The Federation leaps to the desired conclusion.
And we're in the middle of a war.
Clever. But we're not going to cooperate. Mr. Scott, repair status.
You're going to owe the entire engineering department a round, sir. Both the phasers and the shields are back online.
2 rounds, Mr. Scott. Just as soon as we're out of this. Gentlemen, now we recall our Mayday. We're fully operational, so we don't need any more help. We can report that this alien ship is not Klingon.
Baiting a trap.
With a little help from our friends. Let's move.
Pavel, it's Reyna.
Come.
I thought you might need some company. I know I certainly do.
It's gotten lonely in here the last few hours.
Shutting yourself off? Do you mind if I turn up the lights?
No.
I'm sorry if I embarrassed you.
There is not much left to embarrass. It's all right. Leave the lights up.
The Enterprise is fully repaired. The captain expects another attack, but we have an ally.
But no one responded to our mayday.
Someone did. Captain Karg of the Dark Destroyer.
You've got to be joking. No, that would be a Russian joke.
Oh, Pavel, if ever you were needed, it will be in the next few hours.
That may be all the time I have left.
USS Enterprise to all Federation vessels in the Alpha Quadrant. We're withdrawing our Mayday. We have no further need of assistance.
There are a few similar diseases, but they're genetic and not induced in the same way.
But similar.
There are no cures for them either. I have to report to the captain.
I understand.
McCoy to Kirk.
Kirk here.
Captain, I've completed my final examination of Mr. Chekhov. As we discussed, the situation has not changed. My diagnosis remains the same.
Thank you, Bones. Mr. Chekhov, we're going to need you. Report to the bridge.
Was that the wisest decision, Jim?
Maybe not, Spock. But it was the best one.
You heard the captain.
How much time do I have? Honestly.
Damn it, Pavel, I'm a doctor, not a watchmaker. Soon.
It's all right.
Damn it, man. You saved Scotty, but you sacrificed...
No sacrifices. It was worth it. It was all worth it.
You can't know that.
Oh, yes. I can.
Go on. Captain wants you on the bridge.
Bulk capacity 0.7 at building.
Klingon vessel uncloaking on the port bow, 100,000 kilometers.
Relative position 180 degrees, Mark 3. I have him. On screen.
Long range, full perimeter scan. No other vessels, sir.
Where's Karg?
Probably ran.
They are targeting the previously damaged area, Captain.
Shields.
Holding, sir.
Mr. Chekhov.
Forward shields are gone. Secondary deflectors holding. Phaser still charged and ready.
Captain! The hostile is recharging disruptors.
Now.
The Marauder has been damaged. Not enough. He's coming about. The Marauder is preparing to fire again.
Secondary shields gone. We still have phasers.
Any signal from Karg?
Negative, sir.
We cannot withstand another attack, Captain.
The hostile has charged torpedo racks. A strategic hit will stop Mr. Chekhov's aerobatics.
Not likely.
Got you. Mr. Chekhov, that was the most elegant weapons demonstration I've ever seen.
Captain, incoming message from the Dark Destroyer.
On screen.
That worked out well,
You're late.
but in time for the kill,
Karg, we need to know who they are.
which is why I offered to board the hostile. They have dishonored the Klingon Empire. I want to know who these people are even more than you do, Kirk.
Very well, Captain. But I expect a report as soon as you find anything.
Permission to return to my quarters, Captain.
Lieutenant Uhura, have Ambassador Morgan come up to the bridge.
Sir, report coming in from Captain Karg on the hostile.
On screen, Lieutenant. What is it, Karg?
As I assured you, Kirk, this is not a Klingon vessel. It is a Federation ship modified to look like one of ours, but only on the exterior and in its weaponry.
What's its origin?
Asterion system.
How can you tell?
Well, look at him. He hasn't even covered his interface.
This whole ship reflects their building style. Federation, yes, but with Asterion's particular touches.
And how would you know?
Captain, I think I know what's happened. Asterion is one of the systems with a shaky economy, hovering on the edge of collapse.
But I don't understand. Asterion is known for their engineering and technological advancements. They're extremely valuable to the entire Federation.
Absolutely. But they've placed primary emphasis on combat devices and inventions. In a Federation of Peace, they face failure on a planet-wide level because there's no use for their technology. And they've consistently refused to change directions or goals, even though it means their own economic death. Their philosophy is there will always be a war. All they have to do is simply wait for one.
But how did they get a cloaking device?
Captain, my inquiries into classified records indicates that Starfleet gave it to them for reverse engineering after we removed it from the Romulan vessel 18 months ago.
And if they could provoke a war between the Federation and the Klingons...
A war would fuel their entire economy and make them more necessary to the Federation. But not to them alone. Who's in on this with you?
We have already asked that question. This one has chosen not to answer it.
What about the others on board?
all dead. By their own hand, I can assure you. I can continue questioning.
No. Prepare them to beam aboard the Enterprise. They'll face trial for their crimes, and their planetary leaders will join them.
I owe you that courtesy, Kirk. But only because we stood together this time. The next time.
Until then, Karg. Close channel, Miss Uhura.
Sir?
Mr. Spock will detain the Asterion and tow his ship to the nearest starbase. Ambassador, I'd like your written opinion on this situation to go along with my official reports.
Of course. You realize we may never discover who else was involved.
You mean we may never know who all of our enemies are inside the Federation?
Keep it in mind, Captain Kirk. And look to your back. Pavel? We're almost at Starbase 16. From there, the ambassadors will be given transit to their home planets.
Leaving?
In a few moments.
You need a pilot. A shuttle.
Mr. Scott has volunteered.
Good man.
Thanks to you, he's alive to do it. Oh, Pavel, it has been my great honor and joy to know you. Thank you for bringing me home.
The pleasure has been mine, my lady.
Vidania.
Thank you, Ambassador.
There's been a steady stream of visitors through here today. Sulu, Uhura, Dr. McCoy, Mr. Scott, he brought me a bottle of vodka for when I'm on my feet again. And spoke for my journey.
I thought I'd take my turn. Captain and all.
Who would have thought I'd live so long in such a short time? I didn't do too badly, did I?
Never. You had top marks from the beginning. The bridge will never be the same without you. You're the best weapons officer. The best navigator.
In the fleet.
In the fleet.
Must have been the vodka.